We
Are live.
are live. Hello.
After hours.
We
After
are doing
hours.
After Hours. Soldiers of Science After Hours. We are now 11 seconds in
Soldiers of
to being
science.
After Hours. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And for those first timers who aren't there yet, welcome.
Welcome.
This is a special treat for all of our longtime listeners. We are going live freestyle off the record here, but we're
Let's roll the
kinda on
intro. 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it. Hit it.
All right.
Oh, look at that. Just Alex on his own.
Just Tone on his
shit.
own.
Look at that. Oh, just Alex.
Just Tone.
Oh, could be just oh.
All right,
all right, dude. We're just playing with y'all, man. This is some after hours stuff, man. You know how we do it. It is now February 20th, 2022. So
we getting into outer space here with so we got the outer space background, and I just plugged in the Into Space track provided by StreamYard, royalty free.
StreamYard, royalty free, baby. Soldiers of Science After Hours. Listen. Check it out. Check it out. So it is the year 2022, and we are coming at you on February 20th. So it is now 2 2 0 2022.
Big shout out to my girl, my female, my co-worker, V, and I'll leave it at that.
V.
Her birthday is in 2 days, on 2/2/2022.
No way.
Yeah,
bruh.
And she's turning 30.
Oh, 30. She's going to turn 22.
Yeah, that would be pretty epic.
Or 222. Wow.
30 on 2/2.
Hey.
2022.
That's wild. That's so much more wild than 2/20/2022, which is today, 2/20/2022.
That's true. It's another lots of twos.
It's a lot of it's very healthy on the old pronunciation practice tip.
This track sucks. I'm sorry. I got to change it.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
We're just gonna have to go back to lo-fi. I think.
So today's 2/20/2022, and our homegirl V's birthday is on 2/2/2022. Yeah, just in case.
Well, it depends where you're from, because if you're from the rest of the world, you actually say the day, then the month, and then the year. Yeah. So it's technically 20.
Ooh.
02 2022.
Bang. Bang, 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 bang. So wait. So when is there ever 2/2/2022? No? That's what year is that? That's in the future.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hey, 2/0/2022/22/2020.
Well, no. So February
0.
No, February 22nd, 2222. Year 2222, right?
Yes.
So our grandkids, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
2/2/2222.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from this 2/0 topic.
Let's move on. Yeah, because
we're 4 minutes in, and it's already.
It's just we're February and February and February and February and February. We're deep into it right now. We gotta escape. So let's move on to 0 2 2 0 2 0. 2-0-2-2-2. Hey, 0-2. Hey. Okay.
All right.
But
So
really,
we talked
though,
about Ye. Like if y'all are watching the replay or you're joining us live, we already talked about Ye, so we're not going to go over that again. We already talked about Super Bowl halftime show.
We did. We talk about that. We talk about
fantastic.
that. We talk about that. We got a viewer, by the way. So look, hey, we got Diamond Hands
We
Bukele.
got Diamond Hands.
I was all wrong. I was all wrong. Alex was all right. We went through all that shit.
No.
No. Yeah. Yes. I was wrong. You was right.
It's not about wrong or right. I think I'm not. I don't.
It was. Hey. I was talking about things that were factually inaccurate, and you were talking about things.
I'm not convinced that everything that I said was factually accurate, but. It's all right. Let's move on. Let's move on.
That's right. Come back to us in the comments. Let us know who you think was telling the truth and who was talking out their ass.
All I can tell you right now is that Bitcoin is no longer at 39,050. Is at 38,108 or 195.
3950 Bitcoin, baby. Hey, what?
I got the block clock over here. I can't show it to you.
Wait, what's it at right now? You said that's at that 39? 39K with a 50 spot?
38,195.
38,195. Damn. 38,195. Damn. That could be 37 any minute. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching it here.
Listen,
like,
honestly, like for the one person watching, this is why we're doing what we're doing right now. Is the after hours is because we don't give any shits about what we're talking about, the accuracy, the importance, the relevance, the topic, the color, the texture, the level, the parallel, the universe, the sub mini verse, the parallels of lighting or darkness, shadow, anything in between. None of it matters at all. And this is after hours, which means anything goes. Anything goes. So just so we can make sure that that's clear to everybody that's tuned in right now, all one of you, anything goes. So you're in for quite a ride. We could be unicorns. We could be, you know what I mean? Platypuses. We could be spaceships. Or we could be bags of chips. Cans. We could be sour. You know what I mean? Like,
I like
right?
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Look at this. We got candles. We got so many candles. So many.
So it's strange.
Candles.
When I share my screen, I can't actually see.
You can't see this?
No, I can't see StreamYard. Okay, so I can do that. Okay, cool. So now I can see it.
Candles for days. Candles for days. Green and red and green and red. Hey, candles.
So yeah, this is the one day. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. I usually like disable.
Look at that.
But yeah, long term.
Where's the axis?
Oh, how weird. This is something I did like a long time ago. I just copy. Okay, look. You know what? I'm just gonna go like this. Go back to Bitcoin. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing.
That's it.
Oh no, it's the same thing.
Where's the axis? Where's the axis? I'm looking at this picture of your crypto assets. Where's the axis? Where's the axis? Trying to get a picture of your crypto assets. Where's the axis? Where's the axis? Trying to get a glimpse of all the crypto assets.
There you go.
Hey.
All right, so yeah, we dipping pretty hard right now. We're
Oh yeah, that's a dip.
Oh yeah, you know what? Dip. Get rid of this. Get rid of this.
That's a big dip. That's a big dip.
This is where we're at right now, man.
Big dipping, red sipping. Oh, not a candle that you want to get a lipping, but a candle that you gotta get a licking, bitch. Fried chicken, bitch. Hey, that's just shit. This is red as hell. The head is swell. got hit. Hey.
All right, man. What do you want to get into?
All right, so we're after hours right now. Anything goes. I mean, hold on. We talked a little bit about Russia, but we could talk more about that. We could talk, it's after hours, man. I got nipples. Look at that. Oh, hey, whoa. Let's not get too crazy.
Okay, this is not OnlyFans. We're not like, you want to start your OnlyFans, like, that's fine.
This is StreamYard after hours. This is not OnlyFans with the nipples. But real shit, like
this podcast is sponsored by this non-labeled barcode
yes,
beverage.
Yes, I like that. I am a big fan of non-labeled barcode beverage. I send my family to bed every night with 1 cup of barcode unbranded beverage. My family is happier, healthier, and smarter because of it. Unbranded barcode beverage. There you go.
There you go.
Unbranded barcode beverage. There it is. A barcode, and it's unbranded, and it's a beverage. Go to your latest. Yeah.
We got we got at least like 1,600 people on the stream right now. Like, please comment down below and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. Yes. We're ready. We're ready to talk about anything.
We are ready. We're absolutely ready. I got actually more flows if everybody wants to hear that. So here we go. A little cup of flow. Let's turn the music up a little bit. Here we go. Is that music too loud? That's a little too loud.
No, that's perfect.
Hey, here we go.
You good?
Hey, here we go. Everybody listen, okay? A little bit. Hey, sharp as liquid, as wet as a blade. Slicing up reality because I'm getting paid. For every piece of beat that I can lyrically slay. So hear it, hooray, because clear as the day. Yo, the way that I spit it, the shit original. Copycats in dismay. Bouncing from analog to digital, stacking up double pay. Wait, hold on. It make no sense. That's okay with me. I'm coming back with these. I got these fears from no clear direction. Like no peers to step in. Like no tears deception. Clueless, like yes, he's repping, but clear that the lies hear it. No heaven. Hey, hey. This doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what I'm reading here. Here we go. I maximize the longevity of every lyric I spit by infusing every bar of every ooze in my. Oh, hold on. We got. See, this is why this is after hours. Here we go. Hey, sharp as a liquid, but yet I'm sharp as a liquid, but yet I'm wet as a blade. It's slicing up reality because I'm getting paid for every piece of beat that I can lyrically slay. So hear it, hooray, because it's clear as the day. The way I spit the shit original, copycats in dismay. Bouncing from analog to digital, stacking up double pay. I got these fears from no clear direction, like peers to stepping. There's no tears, deception. Clueless, like yep, he's repping, but it's clear that this here is no heaven. Mind moving real matters like 11. A lot more room to operate when it gets dark at 7. Oh, hey, a lot more room to operate when it gets dark at 7. Hey. Maximize the longevity of every lyric I spit by infusing every bar until it's oozing my shit. Every syllable and groove along with the baseline kick. Dropping knowledge out of college while that hi-hat tick. That's me doing what I do so clearly every time you hear it. Poetic mastery, Poetic mastery, genetically composed of my spirit. And where does this come from?
I love that 11 reference right there.
Let me say that again. Hey, I got these fears from no clear direction, like no peers to step in, no tears, deception. Clueless, like yep, he's repping, but it's clear that there lies here no heaven. Mind moving, real matters like 11. A lot more room to operate when it gets dark at 7.
Oof.
Yo.
That was good, man. That's fire.
Yeah. There's some things in here, man. I don't know what this is.
Man, we need more beats, man.
We do need more beats. Because this shit, right? This is like, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Hey, hey, yo.
You want to go for a
the
minute?
Theme is yeah.
All right.
Hey, yo, the theme is Jurassic, so I'ma flip the shit backwards. Reverse the sands of time and build a... Hold on. Let me start again. Let me one quick. Hey. Hey, yo, the theme is Jurassic, so I'ma flip the shit backwards. Reverse the sands of time and build another Sistine Chapel. But you won't see no sustained glass, no Eve with the apple, cause every inch is made of bone and ancient meteor shrapnel. Ah! Yo, listen. 1, 2, 1. Listen, remnants of epics from eons and eons ago, embedded in Earth's crust, root, binary code. Hey, there are no other words. I look through every thesaurus. The fate of every living thing is a return to the forest. So best remember to forget. Go on and tune out the noise. Focus on your awareness until you don't have the choice. Hey. My flow harasses. You slow molasses. I'm teaching classes. You failing mathis. That's bad grammar, so good that it cashes. Flip that for sats, cause paper money burned to ashes. Bars on inflation got me snake charming Satan. So good with the word central banks sending agents. But shop through 56, bitch. Hard money haven. Fuck a cease and desist. I keep my keys in the crypt. Banking cartels mad cause they can't touch the savings. Private keys encoded hieroglyphics to a caveman, bitch. Shop a trip to a safety to the sovereignty of mankind, bitch. Hey.
You got to fit in cold storage in there. So I know you said crypt, and that's dope because I actually use that for certain accounts, but I won't go into any further details. But like try to fit in like.
I like that. What did you say? That what is it?
Cold storage.
Cold storage. That's right. I said, fuck a cease and desist. I keep my keys in a crypt. No, who says that?
No, it sounds way better.
Fuck a cease and desist. I keep my keys in the crypt. Cold storage, cold porridge, bitch. Oh yeah. Hey, the fuck a cease and desist. I keep my keys in the crypt. The cold storage. Oh wait, what's that girl? What's her name? The story with the bears and the bitch and the Goldilocks. Yeah. The fuck a cease and desist. I keep my keys in the crypt. Cold storage, like this motherfucking. I had some.
We got a comment from, or we got a shout out or a hello from Dazed Flag.
Hey,
what's up,
Dazed Flag? What's up? What it do? Let me spit it at you. Hey, yo, the theme is Jurassic, so I'm gonna flip this shit backwards. Reverse the sands of time and build another Sistine Chapel. But you won't see no stained glass, no Eve with the apple. Cause every inch is made of bone and ancient meteor shrapnel. Oh yeah, remnants from epics from eons and eons ago, embedded in Earth's crust, root, binary code. There's no other words. I've looked through every thesaurus. The fate of every living thing is a return to the forest. What? I said there are no other words. I looked through every thesaurus. The fate of every living thing is a return to the forest. I said there are no other words. I looked through every thesaurus. The fate of every living thing is a return to the forest.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I also love that.
There are no other words. I looked through every thesaurus. The fate of every living thing is a return to the forest. I mean, can't argue that, right?
You cannot argue that in any way whatsoever. Well, what do you want to get into, man?
I mean, this is after hours, dude. We can talk about anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's go. Let's bring it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so
I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. We can talk. We can literally just continue this conversation. But
no, I would like to talk about the state of capitalism. Oof. What is the state of democratic capitalism in the global economic context? I mean, it's got to be in shambles, right? I mean, it's got to be in complete fucking shambles at this point. Like, billionaires paying zero tax, running everything. Democracies
Yes and no.
electing.
Elon Musk paying the most
But like,
in
dude, like, let's
taxes
just talk
in the
about
history of taxes, but that's
but
one
what does
exception.
it mean? What does it mean? Where does it go? Like, he's just proving the point that the
To the
tax
Treasury.
system is. But exactly, what does that mean? Where does that go?
Yeah.
The taxes are supposed to be something that I thought it was in. Again, this is maybe subconscious subliminal warfare, that your taxes go towards empowering the country to which you pay those taxes, or the entity to which you pay those taxes, and the entity to which you pay those taxes exactly empower your local communities, your federal communities, your country.
Yeah, they're supposed to go to education, to infrastructure, roads, and
So why can't I
all
get
the
a
things.
specific fucking sorry? This is after hours. No, I'm not sorry. Why can't I get a specific fucking breakdown of where each fucking cent goes? I can get a breakdown of every cent that I invest in the market. I can get a breakdown of every fucking cent that I earn, every paycheck that I get, every cent of tax that goes to every particular particulate of that check. I get a breakdown of that. I get a breakdown of every cent that I fucking donate to the to any charity, to PETA, to the fucking church, to the fucking anybody. Like, I get a breakdown of every single cent and how it is spent. But when it comes to the taxes of my local city, state, and federal fucking government, I have no idea where my money goes.
Yeah,
my money could literally all directly be going to some drug kingpin who owns my particular region of the fucking federal government. How do I know that it's not?
And it does sometimes, but like, yeah, I mean, for the most part,
exactly.
On a high level, like you get a breakdown, but you don't get a granular breakdown. And when you get to the federal level, it becomes a national security issue, so they don't like to make that public. But like, the information is there. Like, when it comes to national defense, like, obviously we can't let everyone know how we're spending our money. When it comes to education, it would be nice to know. I don't know for a fact whether or not
infrastructure, which is part of education as well, like schools, but also roads and bridges, trains.
Have you read Mr. Joe Biden's infrastructure bill? Or I wouldn't call it his, because I don't even think he wrote it, but the Democrats' infrastructure bill. Have you seen like on a high level? Have you seen like how much money actually goes to infrastructure?
I haven't seen anything about it at all.
I mean, it's all like, honestly, it's all out there.
I've heard of it.
It's all public information.
Yeah.
But just so you know, only about like 10% goes to infrastructure. The remaining.
So there's a bill. What do you mean by that? There's a bill. There's a bill asking for a bunch of money that they haven't gotten yet.
But it's already been killed in Congress. But yeah, there was a thing called the infrastructure bill. And it was another like $3
This is the Build Back Better bill.
Yeah.
That got shot down.
Yeah, it didn't get the support. Joe Manchin. His name keeps coming up, but it's much more complicated than that.
But you said only 10% of it was for actual infrastructure improvements.
Only 10% was actually for building bridges, rebuilding, fixing bridges, building roads, things like that. Yeah.
It was 10% of how many trillion?
3.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, and I think it came down to like 1.5 or 1.7. But like, yeah.
What's 10% of 3 trillion? Is that 3 billion?
300 billion.
300 billion.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. See, I don't even know how to, like, my brain doesn't even do the math.
Yeah, 1 billion is 1,000 million, and a trillion is 1,000.
10% of 3 trillion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a lot of money, but like, with inflation, it's becoming less and less money every day. But
well, yeah, because they can print as many dollars as they want. That, for all of the people out there, the one of you that, if you do not know about the scientific
dazed flag, if you're still with us,
of inflation, let me explain to you the very basic version, which is whatever everything costs right now will become more expensive because there's somebody that can print an endless amount of money.
That's not the only reason, but that is one of the key
That's the main
components to
reason.
it, yeah.
They can print money without impunity as
Yeah.
much as they want.
With,
Endless amount of money they can spend.
Without going on a rant, think of it this way. So everyone got stimulus checks, right? And it was a Democratic thing. Actually, it was under Trump. So the initial stimulus, and Trump had nothing to do with it. It was under Congress and
remember the
Fed.
story about him wanting the check to say his name on it.
Exactly. So if you think about, there's only so much stuff in the world. And this kind of goes against the argument of UBI and like, oh, well, why don't we just give everybody a whole bunch of money? And like, why don't we like make everyone equal and all that? Well, we could do that, but we'd have to fundamentally change everything else that we do. The bottom line is, if you give a bunch of people money that didn't have the money before, and now they're making more money per month than they did when they had a job, or they're receiving more money per month than they did when they had a job. Now they can buy a whole bunch more stuff. Well, nobody made more stuff, right? So there becomes like a attack, or there's like friction on the supply chain. So there's only so many Nikes being made every year, right? You give everybody stimulus checks. No, everybody wants to buy a new pair of Nikes. Well, there's just not enough Nikes, and there never will be, at least for years, until they build a new factory, which takes years, and hire more people, which takes years. So that's why we have inflation. It's not just we printed a bunch of money, but we gave a bunch of money to everyone. And now they can buy more stuff. And we just don't have the stuff. Peter Schiff talks about this all the time. Like, you can have a strong economy, but you need to make more stuff. You can't have a strong economy without making more stuff. If all this stuff's made in China and we import it, and we give a whole bunch of people in America a whole bunch more money, and China's not making more stuff, they're making the same amount of stuff, well, things are going to cost more money because there's more demand. Supply and demand 101, right? So that's a very non-perfect way to explain inflation today, but that's what's happening. What else can we get into? I would love to hear from some of the viewers down below what we can get into. But yeah, inflation is going to be really difficult to deal with. The Federal Reserve is now having to consider raising interest rates, and interest rates will create more resistance, but it should slow down the demand. But at the same time, it might throw the markets into turmoil, which it already kind of has, et cetera, et cetera. So,
see, what hit me as you were talking there was like this overwhelming. And I know this is insane, bro. I know this is insane. I hope that like I won't put off our one viewer or the people that see this in the future. But like this type of sentiment makes me feel like we are so overdue in becoming a single global entity as far as like a governing body. Like
you want more centralization.
I feel like I think my ideology would be categorized as a globalist, like as a I think that's what it's called, right? Globalism or what's the other terminology is like like
communist.
No. Yes, maybe. No, not communist. Globalist. There's another term for that, right? Another term.
So you want all the rich people that already are fucking up the entire world to now control the entire currency and economy.
Don't you go put them goddamn crazy words in my mouth.
You want the same people.
No. I'm saying this. I'm saying whatever we do in terms of figuring out
who's we? You mean whatever Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump, and
no. See,
whatever they do.
Being so goddamn simple with it. when I say we, I'm talking about the entire human species.
Oh, okay.
Like everybody with lips and chins and necks and foreheads and eyes.
Because we currently hold the power.
We do on this planet.
Okay.
On this planet,
Yeah.
us human species hold the power on this planet. And that's what I'm talking about when I say we. I'm saying that on this planet, we
do, but we just choose not to. Is what I'm saying.
What do you mean? What do you mean we choose not to?
So, well, you have like the thing in Canada, right? The truckers, like, no one's for that. You know, you have the insurrection.
Hold on.
I'm
What
not
do you mean? What do you mean? No one's for that?
Well, that was a demonstration of the people going against the government's, like,
dude. There's clearly a lot of people for that, right? There was hundreds of people.
Well, there's millions, but sure, yeah, but it's not enough.
Hundreds of people. Hundreds of people in that. Sorry, hundreds of people in that. Goddamn demonstration, but representing hundreds of thousands of people the world over, in terms of the message and the cause for which they were protesting, right? So this is what I mean in terms of us as human species, right? Because that's how I think of everything. And so people that listen and do not tune in all the time, I know there's not a lot of time, but like Alex knows this about me. People that know me closely know this about me. Like I'm very freakish in terms of like trying to measure everything against everything against, like, I know it sounds insane. Everything against everything, like everything that exists under the furnace of the sun against everything that exists within the radius of that sun furnace. It's like we as a human species, in my mind, are a very small compartmentalized piece of the whole picture. I think every living organism that exists under this sun needs to be taken into account at some level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are a lot of people that believe that human species need to be taken into account at a level above all other. And then there's the rest of the animal kingdom that needs to be taken into account at a level below them. I believe that all living things need to be taken into account at the same equalized
100.
Stratus.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the furnace of the sun that is better or worse than anything else. We all are equal.
100%. We cannot exist on this planet without the planet being healthy and us treating the planet in an equal
everything.
Way.
I mean, everything from dirt to soil to water to everything, every single, like race isn't even, again, I understand racism exists and I understand race exists, but like race isn't even on the fucking main chart of things that are absolutely critical to us surviving as an earth species. Like all of us animals on this planet have a finite limited set of options on how we maintain homeostasis and equilibrium on this planet. And if we don't all look out for each other, which we are not, everybody, the only thing that human beings care about is human beings. And the only thing that human beings measure is the output of other human beings. Nobody's paying attention to other animals. No one cares. And no one has any reason to care. But in my mind, like everything is equal. And so we're so far behind in recognizing that I don't think there's any hope in the craziest realm of outcomes for us coming to coalesce around that in the next 150, 200, 300 years. I wish there were. I wish there was a path forward for us to be like, oh shit, hey, wait a minute. We're all like only here because of the sun. Like this particular star in the the center of our particular solar system is the only reason that any of us have life. And not just us, but like everything. Dogs, cats, trees, plants, soil, everything, man. Maggots, worms, whales, you know, all living things. And not only that, just like all the inanimate objects as well. The rocks, the sandstone, the formations that are hundreds of millions of years old. Like all of these things need to be equally accounted for in terms of, in my mind, relevance to survival. If we don't account for every single thing that goes into the calculation, then the output's going to be messed up. And especially any type of calculations we try and make to, counterbalance the outcome. If it's some outcome that's going to lead to our ultimate, deprecation. If it's some outcome like climate change or some sort of outcome that's going to lead to the extinction of our species, why wouldn't we be looking at how to reverse those outcomes, how to avoid the ultimate destruction that could potentially come from those outcomes?
So the new conspiracy theory is the whole carbon negative thing, or how do they put it? The carbon that they and again, conspiracy theory, but I see some potential interesting truths to it. The carbon that they're trying to reduce from the earth is not the carbon that we as humans produce. It's us as humans. The carbon
so
they're trying to get rid of. We are the carbon. Yeah.
Wow. But so carbon,
that's actually been trending a lot on Twitter, by the way.
So I can let's double click.
And just real quick, the thing that got me really piqued my interest was there's a billboard somewhere in Norway or Sweden. Don't quote me where it was. It's somewhere in I couldn't recognize the language, and I'm so sorry, but it's a picture of a woman breastfeeding a child with another child by her feet, like a grown child, I don't know, like a 6-year-old child by her feet, and she's breastfeeding a baby, and she's bearing her breasts. And what it says is climate change or climate crisis, or climate change or climate change or climate cause.
Oh, come on, man.
Swear to God. I'll send it to you later.
Wow.
It's really, really concerning. They are not even hiding their stance at this point. Anyway, it's one billboard. I don't know who funded it. I don't know where it's posted. I don't know.
Whoa, dude. Well, because here's my understanding. Let me put it this way.
It's very interesting, though.
Every animal, every being, anything on this planet, from my understanding, is a carbon-based life form. Everything. Maggots, worms, soil, rock, water, everything is carbon-based.
Well, not water, but
carbon-based.
Yeah.
Right? Water only exists on this planet the way it exists because of the carbon-based life forms around it, right? So it's I
don't know, but yeah, that's okay. No, keep going.
Hey, I like that. I like the inquisitiveness. From what I understand, man, carbon-based life forms, as they exist on this planet.
Yeah, carbon-based life forms exist because of water, but I don't know if water exists because of the
carbon-based life form.
Water is H2O, right? Hydrogen and oxygen, but yeah.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I think that there's a play here that the water on our planet only exists in the way that it does because of the way that the carbon-based life forms around it have evolved to support it.
I don't know. I mean, we're going back billions of years here.
We are threatening that equilibrium.
No, we're not threatening water. We're threatening fresh water by polluting fresh water, but there's plenty of water.
And ocean water as well, though, with the level of microplastics.
But that's just desalination is too expensive. That's why we need to preserve the fresh. Well, the ocean water and for all the life living in the oceans. But anyway, keep going.
But so that's where I'm just saying, like, the impact that carbon-based life forms on this planet have on the total equilibrium of said planet and all of the natural forces that keep in balance is becoming unsustainable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sustainable.
Sure.
The growth rate is not sustainable.
Yeah. And the thing that most people don't study enough, unfortunately, like all the climate change models, they don't incorporate the sun. And there's overwhelming evidence coming out recently in the last couple of years that also point towards the sun having a dramatic impact. As it shouldn't be a surprise that the sun has a dramatic impact in our...
It's asinine that they did not include the sun in their original calculations to begin with, because the sun is the only reason that any of us have any type of life, period.
I dug further into it. It's not that they did. I dug further into it. It's not that they didn't include the sun as a component of the equation. What they did was, and this is where they fucked up, they put the sun as a constant. So they said, okay, here's the sun. Here's the output of the sun. And we're going to keep it as a constant. So, i.e. saying that the sun doesn't go into solar minimums and solar maximums. They took the solar minimums and solar maximums, and then they created a constant. And then they mapped out all of literally all of the climate change models around everything happening on Earth, with the sun being at this predetermined constant. The problem with that is the sun actually wildly goes way hotter and way colder and way more active and way less active during its cycles than the models are mapped out to show. So the climate models are fucking trash, because the sun is the number one most important factor. Like, we are polluting the earth.
Yep.
That is a huge thing.
Yep.
And we can all agree that climate change does exist. And at the end of the day, we should just not be polluting our planet. We should be taking care of our planet. However, what some of the newer science is showing, and no one wants to talk about it, and no one wants to say anything, and nobody wants to go there. But what the new models are showing is that, well, hey, the sun is actually creating the vast majority of the heating on the earth right now. It's not Hemis and shocking to hear, but it's
not shocking. The sun is a massive fucking radioactive star.
Like, yeah. And one solar flare can wipe out like all of our communications, and so
wipe out it could wipe out existence. It could.
It can.
If it was a.
When I say it could, let's be real. It has in the past.
Yeah.
Like
a single flare could wipe out existence on this planet of biological life. Mm-hmm. But let's take it back a second to, like, dude, this is my point, which is inconsequential, completely inconsequential. And people that are sitting on this planet obsessed with this book or that book and religious whatever and all these spiritual things, it's just like, dude, it is so chaotically outdated. Like, the reality is, bruh, a single temperamental day of this sun that we're surrounded with could literally wipe out every single carbon-based life form on the planet.
Yeah.
Period. To be forgotten forever. And yet we sit here and we nitpick.
Or just turn into fossils. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we nitpick over...
We nitpick over nothing.
Yep, 100%.
Dude. It's super depressing. If I wasn't so amazing, if I wasn't so amazing, like, no, just reality though, man. Like, if I wasn't so in tune with my love for my appreciation for my existence and my people around me, my family, my wife, my mom, my dad, everybody that's taken a role, and all my homies that have helped support me in this existence. Like, if I wasn't so rooted deeply in my confidence and all those things, like, I would be freaking out. But like, the truth is, man, I can face that. I can face that godlessly, atheistically, and say without question, without any type of biblical book, without any type of hypothetical higher power, I can face the sun and say, you are the ultimate energy that provides life to everything around me. You, the sun, Ra, this sun that we radiate around. That's just the facts. It's not me
100%.
being some kook. It's reality. Like,
Well,
that sun gives us carbon-based life forms what we need to exist.
all
Period.
religions talk
All
about the
religions.
sun in different ways, and I truly believe that most religions refer to God as the sun. And I'm not trying to be atheist. I'm not trying to like downplay and believe what you want to believe. But like the bottom line is like all religions can be tracked back to the solar system cycles.
Dude, people don't know that, bro. This is why they come to After Hours. They don't know that shit. They don't know that shit. Like, it's just reality, man. Like, Hebrew Bible, Christian Bible, Quran, everything. The fucking Sumerians, ancient Chinese text. Everything comes back
Egyptians,
to
Mayans.
Everything comes back to Ra, the sun.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I'm pretty sure, like, again, this is all new pseudoscience. It's all not peer reviewed, but like a lot of the discoveries that have been made in the last couple of years that talk about religion, talk about the Egyptians, ancient cultures, Mayans, the sun, they're all pointing to the same thing, and that the sun is the creator and the destroyer. The sun goes through these very violent cycles. It could be the Perseids meteor field that we traverse through, by the way, twice a year. So every 6 months, about every 6 months, the Perseids meteor shower. We're entering in solar galactic meteor fields. And that's why we have these beautiful, amazing meteor showers like twice a year. But yeah, back to the sun. The sun literally, like in every religion, if you break it down, it's the creator and the destroyer.
Yeah.
We still don't fully understand the cycles. Like maybe they're not necessarily like constant cycles, but about every 12,000 years. Like you go to the Mayan calendar, you go to the Egyptian calendar, you go to other calendars. Ancient Chinese calendars, I think, even reference this. Indonesian calendars reference this. Like it's all the same stuff. They're trying to tell us a story. They're trying to tell us something. And unfortunately, we're at the end of that next 12,000 year cycle. So whether it's in another 100 years or in the next 5 or 10 years, like we don't really know. We're not being told. And I'm pretty sure like the powers that be have this knowledge in archives. It's in the Vatican. It's in somewhere. Hopefully some people know, but we're not being told the full story. So anyway.
But that's exactly right, man. And the truth is, like, they cannot
after hour
shit, they cannot take away from us the fact that the sun is it. There's no
in our immediate like orb of existence.
Dude, which is like, all any of us will ever know. Most of us, there's no dream of going to Mars. You're not going to hop on Elon Musk's fucking orgy rocket spaceship and fucking hump your way to Mars, bro. It's not happening. No one's going to go and fuck their way to Mars. You're not going to go get
He's
into the
trying.
circle.
He's trying. He's
People
trying to make
try.
it
I'm
happen.
telling you, man, people will try. This is going to be the way of the world. Like, everyone's going to be like, I'm going to go fucking suck my dick until I can get to Jeffrey Bezos and he's the head boss. And then I'm going to get a spaceship and Jeffrey Bezos. And then it's just going to be this big cock through space to Mars. Dude, none of this is really happening. You're never going to get there. Stop it. This is all fantasy.
I think
It's
they're
made up.
trying, man. I think they're trying.
There are. I know that they are. I know they are because one of my favorite comedians is Tim Dillon, this guy Tim Dillon, and he talks like this. He speaks like this. He knows. He channels reality, like facts, and he just channels intergalactic truth, and he says, hey, wait a minute, no, wait, fucking, like, just these people, this is what these people are trying to do, intergalactically suck their way to Godcock. But there's no way that it's going to happen because it's not real, man. Like, it's all made up. The sun is the only truth, is the only energy that exists, and everybody that's fucking crazy going nuts for other shit, Christianity, Muslims, fucking Buddhists, everybody going nuts, haven't you? It's all just humans trying to explain the energy that exists around us. But the fact of the matter is, it's only ever been the sun, man. It's only ever been the sun. It's been the sun from day one. It's the sun now. It'll be the sun then. It'll be the sun over there. It's just the sun. It's only ever been the sun. That sun in direct orbit of us is the only true, all-powerful, giving source of life. It's not some groundbreaking truth. It's literally been floating above us forever since we've been here. It's the sun. There's no magic to it. It's the sun. It's always been the sun. It will never be anything else. It will never be anything in a book. It will never be in some skeleton key or some trippy thing or some, hunt for the goddamn, what's that? The Ark of the Covenant. That's all bullshit. There's nothing. The sun.
No, I think it's symbolic.
The sun is the Ark of the Covenant.
I think it's symbolic for sure. Yeah.
Yes. It's always been the sun.
Yeah, 100. I think so.
Period. And that's what, people trip out when I'm like, dude, bro, we're humans are just higher power. Are we really? Oh, humans just have a different level of communication. They have a different language. We're so high. Really? I'll say, okay, so tell me, which one of you and your human group of homies, when do y'all go out into the absolute uncharted, deep, unmapped ocean and y'all swim and communicate to each other through energy waves emitted from the center of your brain, like a bunch of fucking dolphins? Which one of you guys know how to go out and flap through the water and talk to each other through brain wave fucking emissions?
Well,
none of you. Nobody. No one.
Now we can get into a whole nother realm of
conspiracy
theories. The pituitary gland, right? Or the not the pituitary gland, the pineal gland. For the last multi-hundred years, it's been calcified by fluoride in the water, fluoride in the toothpaste, and all this dumbing down with technology. So that's a whole conspiracy theory. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of
something in the common light bulb as well.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be unfortunate because it's just tungsten being heated. So I don't know how that would radiate some energy that would trick.
It's some sort of short circuit with the pineal.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. But fluoride makes way more sense to me, and I think it's actually been scientifically proven.
Fluoride, yes,
causes calcification in the pineal gland. So for those of you that don't know out there, the pineal gland is what's responsible for your dreams and for your maybe not necessarily creativity, but it naturally secretes DMT, which is a known hallucinogen, but it also makes you more in tune with the earth and your surroundings and your intuition and your really important judgment making capabilities and all sorts of things. Anyway,
after hours, baby.
Yeah, if there's an argument for like we've lost the ability to communicate in ways that we used to be able to communicate, or our potential to communicate, I think the pineal gland is the key to like 90% of that, 100% of that. I mean, Christ, you go to the Vatican and the Pope holds the staff. The staff has an acorn on it. I've been to the Vatican. There's a massive acorn in one of the courtyards. There's multiple courtyards. It's a gorgeous, massive museum.
What's the acorn?
The acorn represents the pineal gland.
Oh shit!
The acorn. It's on the staff that the Pope holds.
Bro, they know about Lucius. They know about
this is not a conspiracy theory. Like, they are open in acknowledging you. Like, they won't tell you. You have to ask, and they will respond, and they will say, yes, this is the representation of the pineal gland, which is the part of the brain that can access the outer world.
That they know about Lucius, right? And the ancients,
of course,
experimenting with hallucinogens
And what's the tree of life in Egyptian not mythology, but like culture? What's the tree of life?
Acacia.
The acacia tree. What was the burning bush with?
Oh yeah, that's right. With Moses, right? Moses. The burning bush, and
I want to say Moses, but I want to say it was someone else.
Maybe Ezekiel.
It's like every single culture worshipped this tree or bush,
acacia,
and they were all acacia plants. And what's the most? I mean, what is prevalent, or what is one of the ingredients in all of these plants and trees? DMT.
Yes.
So anyway,
yes,
that's a whole nother tangent that we're now floating on, but it's all connected. It's all connected.
It is all connected. It is all connected. It's the truth. And it's crazy because when you do those types of hallucinogenic spiritual journeys based in plants that come from the acacia tree, things like ayahuasca, things like, just any type of hallucinogenic spiritual journey, you can feel a connection between yourself and literally anything that can live under the furnace of the sun. Anything that can find a way to get eyes, get electrical compulsing, like energy, undulating arms, undulating legs, lips, nose, ears, elbows, knees, ankles, toes, anything that can find a way to live in the furnace of the sun. Fish, like worms, trees, leaves, roots, anything that can find life, literal life. Like, you were in an inanimate object, you didn't exist, and then you were all of a sudden alive, and you had chlorophyll or blood or water or something coursing through your cell walls. Dude,
it's the most profound experience I think any human can have, and we've had like scientific studies on this, especially with psilocin, but I'll speak from my experience. Like, when I was younger, my first time that I had an experience with a certain substance, I won't necessarily name it here right now, but I had the most profound connection with nature, and I never looked back. It changed my life forever. That's why I love being outdoors. That's why I have a connection with trees, with plants, with life, with nature.
You saw it.
I felt it. I became it.
Felt
I
it, yeah.
was one
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
and it wasn't even it wasn't hallucinations or I mean that was
No,
kind of part of it,
it's
but it
energetic
was
connection,
you
an
can't explain
energetic.
it. Like either you know
Yeah,
or you don't know, right? Like you
exactly.
know, and
Yeah.
folks that are listening maybe they've never had that experience, and
Yeah.
I would encourage anyone to have a controlled experience where you're comfortable. Maybe you're with someone that
Yeah.
is there to support you, et cetera, et cetera. Like be smart about what
Yes.
you're doing.
Yes.
But these are the most profound, life-changing experiences that will this was over 20 years ago. And I've had multiple experiences, of course, but the first one was the most profound because it was it was the light bulb moment, like, oh fuck. Like
Yeah.
I can feel this tree. I can feel
Yeah.
this forest around me.
Yeah.
Like when you go
So
hiking, it's one thing.
what again was it? What that you did? Was it psilocybin?
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You didn't say. You didn't say specific. Okay. Well, this is so cool. This is so cool because like it is true that, and I won't. We won't. We can't confirm as listeners whether it is or not psilocybin, but I know for a fact that there are entities, plant-based, concoctions, ales that
Whatever
you
it
can
was legal and it was
plant-based,
organic and it was
plant-based.
plant-based.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, there are plant-based um, uh, materials that you can take on this planet that will actually give you insight into the history of this planet, the history of all connected living things that I was just talking about, everything that's been forged in the furnace of the sun. That's the beauty of it. When you take certain ales, when you take certain, um, um, uh, you know, uh,
Compounds.
medicines or compounds of this planet, you can see insights into the operating mechanisms of this planet, and including, I think, the connection between all of living things. Everything that has ever lived under the sun, I believe, can be connected through, a certain ingestion of plant or earth-based materials. There are things that are cactus based, soil based,
Fungi based.
multiple fungi based, vine based, flower based. There's all kinds of alchemy that can get you to connect with, this existence in brand new, unprecedented ways.
And to me it's embarrassing and pathetic to push aside ancient societies that have been using these tools
Yes.
for millennia or
Yes.
centuries.
Millennia. No, millennia. You're right.
Yeah, millennia. In
It's
my
literally
opinion.
thousands of years.
Yeah.
There's been thousands of years.
And to say, oh, they were barbaric or they were uneducated or that's
No.
just what they did and
False.
whatever. There's a reason. There's a very good
Yes.
reason why they use these. I mean, I'm sure there was a bunch of fuck offs, right? There's people that used it irresponsibly. I mean, we know the Greek, and I think the Greek are amazing part of history, and they
I'm
they
talking
think.
about. Yeah, we're talking about that's where what was it? What was it?
I'm not trying to go there, but like so beer, like the original beer. Like
yes.
I told this to somebody the other day, and they had no idea. They'd never heard of this, and they're like, "No way, like that's impossible." Like the original beer wasn't just beer. Like beer was like the base layer. They put mushrooms in beer.
Hallucinogens in there.
Hallucinogenic mushrooms in beer. Like I'm talking about the Belgians.
From Eleusis, yeah.
And then well, I think it started originally in Greece. It was cocktails of hallucinogens and wine and beer and like the wine and the beer was the what do you call it, the base, the base layer, the conduit.
Yeah, they had like acacia plant stuff in there, which is DMT. There was stuff
they
with
were
that
doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So I'm sure there was a bunch of irresponsible people, but
well, I mean, this
primarily I think it was like a ritualistic control. Like there was multiple, the oracles, right? The women, the trained, specialized women were the ones that were administrating or providing these
next level intergalactic trips. Yeah,
born at the wrong time, man.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think that there's, and I'll touch on this just real briefly, but if anybody out there has ever heard of this is something that's a real thing. Is called the stoned ape theory, which is that we descended from primates who came out of the trees and began. Well, they were investigating with water, but they were also investigating with fungus, and they started to eat fungus that would give them psilocybin doses, and they started to use the expanded cerebral kind of experiences that they would get from eating mushrooms to become more bipedal and henceforth become human being. So there is a theory that these stoned apes, as it's kind of a crude way to say it, but like it's basically essentially primates coming out of the trees, eating fungus and becoming more intelligent because of their exposure to the mind expanding capabilities of the fungus.
So it's I think it's Paul Stamets, right? Who's
yes,
he's a mycologist, entrepreneur. But I want to say he didn't come up with this idea. But yeah, the way he explains it is pretty hilarious, and it's totally logical, right? So, like you said, there's a bunch of primates, and what do you do when you're out there in nature? You're trying to survive, so you're trying to find different foods and different things. So eventually, they stumble upon mushrooms, and of course, a lot of them die because there's a lot of poisonous mushrooms.
Yes,
and then they figure out the ones that are good, and then one day they stumble upon psilocybin mushrooms, and there's hundreds of varieties, and one of them eats it and has an experience, and then he tells his friends, and then they have experiences, and they learn which ones are poisonous, which ones are not, and they find like, oh, okay, these are the good ones, right? And they have over centuries, thousands of years, like constant, like just tripping and tripping and tripping. And there is, I think, peer-reviewed evidence that shows that when you ingest and consume psilocybin mushrooms, it actually creates more connections in the brain. Like I think that's like a fact at this point, like scientific fact.
It's like the what is called, it's kind of like in muscle, the fascia. The fascia, like in muscle, between muscle strands, like in the brain,
I think it's down to the synapse. Like the synapse is like create more connections.
The synapse, it's a different term for it than fascia, but exactly, it's the same concept where it's like this webbing in your brain connectivity. Yeah, it's more rich.
And so the theory is like we were primates, and our ancestors ate a ton of mushrooms for thousands of years, and that's how we developed into the
we got
super intelligent species.
Fascia in our brains just created more synapses, more pathways for our brains to develop. Like, bruh. And we all started as, this is the trip that I think blows most modern, whatever you want to call them, away, is that every organism on Earth right now evolved from being a water-based being, like an ocean being. We were all bacteria. Yeah. We were all bacteria in the water, dude. Bacteria in water. That's the only reason we exist. We're bacteria in water that learned how to be amphibious and then reptilian, and then we came on, like, that's it. We are water. We don't exist without water. We're 90% water.
100%. Like we're 80 or 70% water or whatever. Yeah.
It's water with the sun hitting the water. That's what it is. Like, it's that perfect combination of radiation from the sun and water on this planet. Some fucked up, crazy balance that creates that existence, is why everything exists that we are aware of. We are not aware of anything that exists beyond us.
It's the most precious thing in the world, and that's why I hate fracking.
All we have is what we are on this planet. Do all these pictures from other Earth, from the moon, like it's really all it is digital representations, man. Like the only thing that we have physically accessible to us is this planet, and we have to optimize it. We have to make sure that we do it in a way that's like sustainable long term.
Nuclear is the only answer.
It is. It's the most advanced human technology. That's
if you want to keep your current state of living, if you want to keep your creature comforts, your heating and your stove and your running water, and
you talking about propane, fossil fuel based shit.
No, I'm just saying, if you want to continue to consume the same amount of energy that you consume on a day-to-day basis as an American, which is like 100x any other, or not any other, but like many other people on the planet.
For that, do we need the grid? We need the hydroelectronic energy. What do we need? The solar grid? What do we need? The fossil fuel? We need a gasoline.
If you want to get rid of burning gas and burning coal to power your house, to power this live stream right now, to allow you to work your job,
everything
right now,
to be powered by Bitcoin, everything.
Then you need to go nuclear until we find a different source. Like there's no other way to power. There's no other way to provide the same amount of electricity for the world. And there's 3 other billion people that are trying to come up in Africa, Indonesia, Asia, that have not had the luxuries that we've had for the last 70 years. And they're trying to come up.
That's why these motherfuckers are trying to go to Mars, man. They're trying to get off the planet because we ate up all the resources.
No, all the resources are there. We just have to choose which one is right. So do you want to keep burning coal, or do you want to fucking have nuclear power and make it safe?
How about something brand completely new?
Just don't build nuclear power plants on fault lines.
Yeah, and all that. What if we can convert sand into...
Well, the future is fusion power. Fusion power is you don't need anything, and it's all clean, and it's 100. And so is nuclear, except you have to deal with the waste.
Fusion was just beach sand.
Well, fusion, first we're going to start with hydrogen, which is like the first element, and then we're going to go to helium, and then eventually, once we've mastered fusion power, we can actually start making so this is like next level stuff. We don't have to get down this rabbit hole, but the sun is a fusion reactor, right?
See?
So it fuses hydrogen, then helium, and then when it explodes, it actually creates every other element that we like: gold, steel, or not steel, I'm sorry, iron, carbon, lithium, all the other elements. So fusion is the future, but we're just not there yet. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. We just gotta get smarter, dude.
You get some what?
We just gotta get smarter.
Yeah, we got to invest more money into that
people's
research.
brains. People's brains got to get better, man.
We got to eat more mushrooms.
Got to eat more mushrooms. Exactly. No, honestly, dude, eat more mushrooms and look at the hard problem. Eat more mushrooms and LSD, and look at the hard problems.
I mean, it's not a stupid thing to say, because if you look at like Steve Jobs and like a lot of these other guys, like they were dropping acid, and
you gotta look at real problems in original ways, and I think hallucinogenics can do that. Like I really do believe in the power of things that are, passed down through generation to generation, man. Ayahuasca, first, specifically for an example, like having a retreat where you do a spiritual walk and you do ayahuasca and you explore the inner depths of your existence and your ancestors, how can that harm anybody? How could that possibly harm anybody? To be able to even have a chance, and maybe you don't do it, but maybe you even have a chance at connecting with your ancestral truth. Like, please, man, give me that chance. Give me that chance. Like, I try and connect with my ancestral anything. Like, if anybody, and even then, like, you, at a minimum, if you're doing some serious introspection with hallucinogenics, you'll be able to find,
it's the ultimate conspiracy theory, man. Like, they've locked down hallucinogens because they know it would enlighten the populace, or they think we're a bunch of irresponsible people. I don't know. Like, it's been proven that hallucinogens are not addictive. It's not like you're gonna go to work and drop acid or eat mushrooms. Like, no, you're gonna go to work.
That's the beautiful
and then on the
thing,
weekend, if you're in the right state of mind with the right people around you, or you're just in the right state of mind, you're gonna do your thing, and then you're gonna come back to work on Monday, and it's gonna be okay.
Now that's the beautiful thing, man. Like, they haven't eradicated it at all. Like, it's more prevalent than ever before. Like,
well, but I'm talking about the last 100 years.
But they're about to pass laws, like state laws, that say hallucinogenic psychedelics are legal. Like, it's actually healthy. It's actually important. It's actually part of the healing journey.
We're not there yet, but I think we're closer than we ever were before.
Been before, man. Yeah. Like, it's crazy to think that, it is on the horizon. Like, people really do genuinely see this as a revolution, a complete revolution of, pharmaceutical, like, treatment, medicinal treatment. People can really be resituated with significant problems, in half the time, if not less than half the time. Big problems like alcoholism, deep depression, PTSD.
We got I am OG Perp in the house.
Hey, oh damn, we got all kinds of comments. Lit.
Yeah, I've been trying to reply to some folks, but some folks aren't responding. So VYN, I'm sorry, Thomas Bishop. I don't know what the YN VPN, maybe, I don't know. Are the pyramids an energy source? Man, dude, I would love to believe that the pyramids are an energy source. I've been studying this for a long time. I probably watch the same videos on YouTube that you have.
Yeah, I watch the same Ancient Aliens too. I don't believe that they are a direct source per se, but I do believe that they are on an inner planet, actually an planetary, I guess you could call it interplanetary, inner Earth energy grid that I believe exists all throughout planet Earth. And
so if they're not a power source, then how are they an energy grid?
They're on an energy grid. I think they're on a interplanetary.
So they're a power source. So they were harnessing the energy.
No, I don't know if they are. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they don't. Let me clarify that. I'm just saying that I am not stating that I believe that they do harness energy. I just believe that they are on an energy grid that has significance across some sort of mathematical breakdown of the grids of Earth. I think there are many different longitudes and latitudes on the planet Earth where we have pyramids of all different types of cultures coalescing on the same latitude and longitude. I believe that the 3 pyramids in Egypt happen to be on one of those latitudes and longitudes that also matches up with other pyramids across. Really, what in essence is Pangea, the big collective continent of all living things prior to the big earthquake.
If I may,
please,
if I may. So the pyramids are in Egypt and also in Chichen Itza, and there's some in Indonesia, and apparently there's some in China as well. But they're being like hidden, or not hidden, but they're like buried in couple feet of dirt, and like they're being ignored by the Chinese government. But if we just look at the pyramids in Egypt, like they are literally the most beautiful, precisely built objects or things that humans have ever built on this planet. We still don't know. We can't explain how they were built. And if you really like dig deep and try to figure out like, what they were for, the three pyramids in on the Giza plateau, they were the only pyramids that don't have hieroglyphics. All other pyramids that are subpar within Egypt, for the most part, all have hieroglyphics, and they were most likely used as tombs. But the three Great Pyramids, or the Great Pyramid, and the two adjacent to it, are the most like accurate, the most precisely cut pyramids, I think, on Earth. Were they energy or source or power plants? Like, it's hard to say. We still don't understand the functionality of the King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber. I forget what the section leading up to the King's Chamber is called, but there's 120-ton stones in there, surrounded by 80-ton stones. And it's within 0.3 degrees perfect alignment with true north. And if you go back 12,000 years or about 10,000 years, they align with Orion, the Orion constellation, 10,000 years ago. And if you take like a 1 to 42,000th scale, the length and the width of the pyramid and the height is a perfect map of the diameter, the circumference, and the the diameter and circumference of the Earth. So there's like way too many coincidences. Like the Great Pyramids, or the Great Pyramid, represents Earth. It's a beacon. It's clearly like designed to represent the planet Earth. And the chambers inside is still a mystery. But yeah, I would love to believe that it's an energy source and they somehow harnessed some unknown type of energy, and they use that to power their civilization. So what else? Yeah, the stones are just so precisely cut. And even if you go like places like Peru, and there's a ton of other sites where the stones are so precisely cut. It's completely inexplicable. People say they use copper tools, copper picks and copper hammers or whatever, or bronze tools. Like, no, like we've already disproven that. Like, it's completely impossible that those were the methods. It would have taken too long. There are millions of blocks of precisely cut, like perfectly cut blocks in Egypt, and that would have taken tens of thousands of people. There's also a theory where they believe they were built underwater. I would love to hear more about that. I've never heard that theory. That's fascinating. I do know about the Recot structure, and I do understand that was a potential site for Atlantis. It's kind of been disproven, but it's still not technically disproven. And that whole area was flooded. So yeah, the side of the pyramids could have also been washed out or been underwater. So I don't know. I've never heard that theory. That's really interesting. If you want to elaborate on that, I'd love to learn more. I can totally see how water was used to cut the stones. I could totally see how like sound and vibrations. Like I used to know this one guy, much older than me, and he always believed that they use sound and vibrations to cut the stones, but like with what method, with what tools? Like he couldn't explain it to me, and I don't know. He was kind of an arrogant prick, to be honest with you. But so I never took what he said with. I took it with a grain of salt, but it kind of makes sense. Like when you have that type of precision, like what tools are they using? Obviously, it's not bronze, picks or whatever. Did they have electricity? Did they have power tools per se? I don't know. Like we have power tools, we have everything. We have hydraulics, we have all this stuff, and today it would be impossible to build a pyramid. It would be completely impossible to build a pyramid. I mean, not impossible. It would just take so long with so many people. So like, it would cost so much money. Like, and I'm sure money wasn't even a thing. It would just be completely unreasonable. Yeah. Yeah, homie, I am OG Perp. It was like there's also a theory where they believe they were built underwater. I'd never heard this theory before. I'm genuinely intrigued, bro. Like, OG Perp, what's this theory? Bring it to the table. Like I want to know where this theory even came from.
Bro. I have a completely unverifiable theory that I've held most of my adult life, and that is that the most intelligent life in our immediate reality is all underwater. UFOs are just dope ass ships that this hyper intelligent entity underwater has been able to build that can easily go between thick liquid environments into thin air, into outer space and back. So it can come through this thick, high pressure, deep oceanic ecosystem out through the atmosphere, through thin air, into outer space. And it's like these deep oceanic creatures.
You lost me, bro. You lost me, bro.
They've developed this technology that can float seamlessly through the depths of the ocean, but also easily transition into thin air, into the outer space, like into the atmosphere of Earth and in this space. And that's what UFOs are. It's actually not from other planets and galaxies. It's actually beings from the depths of our ocean that have developed travel mechanisms that can go through the deepest, most high pressure water bases on Earth, like the Mariana Trench, out into outer space instantly.
I don't discount that, but like I'm not following you. I'm not following you.
You shouldn't be following me because I'm making all of this up as I go along. This is completely in my brain, made up in my brain. But this is how I think of aliens, so to speak. I think the aliens are actually deep in the ocean, not way out in outer space. I think aliens are literally like decades upon decades ahead of us, but they are in the depth of our ocean.
All right, OG Perp responded. He says, so apparently they discovered steam power and used it to melt the blocks instead of cutting it, then moved them to deep water for easy construction. Dude, so melting the blocks is something that's come up in like a lot of people's theories. And no one's been able to provide an explanation because like there's just so perfect, and like it's not marble. They used I forget what kind of stone. It's not sandstone, but it's it almost looks like it was melted, or it's like a very smooth. It has to be like a perfectly smooth surface. So I could totally see that. if they discovered or they use steam power, that totally makes sense. But what was the conduit? Like, did they have like a steam gun? Did they have like a steam saw? Like that's the granularity that I want to know. Now, moving it to the into deep water for easy construction, limestone. Thank you. Yeah, it was all limestone. Appreciate that. Moving it into the deep water for easy construction. I don't know how steam would work in water, because when the water immediately cooled down the steam, but this is great. Like, this is like, I think we're getting like, I genuinely feel like we're getting closer.
If you could harness the sun energy like a laser kind of thing with like a magnifying glass type convex lens of some sort, maybe.
Because it definitely wasn't bronze tools. It was for sure water in the form of steam or water, or
you could actually turn water into a laser lens. If you aim some shit through some water, bruh, it can turn into a laser.
I don't know about a laser, because laser is light, so you need light. You can use water to like concentrate. You can use water to concentrate light into a laser, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you use water strategically in the right way, you could turn that sunlight into some fucking laser shit. Concentrated. It would have to be, specific.
But yeah, man.
But they targeted it in a way, bro. Like, sunlight, bruh. Man. Hey. Yo, bro.
Anything's possible at this point. Like, all we know is they were laser cut, like razor cut to precision. So I think water is the most likely candidate for sure. No, I like your theory, Perp.
I'm OG Perp, dude. That's
real quick though, Perp. Like, when you say, so apparently they discovered steam power. Like what's your source? I'm just curious. Like, where did you find that, or where is that?
Who discovered steam? Who discovered?
Well, the Egyptians, or I think. And this is very controversial, but I think the pyramids were built before the Younger Dryas period, which is over 12,000 years ago. I think they were built over 12,000 years ago. I think the Sphinx and the 3 pyramids were built before the Younger Dryas period.
Well, dude, if they could even get one single small spot where you're literally like, you got a little pocket of water with one end being fed by sunlight and the other end, like, you can see the steam coming out. You can see the steam energy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, let's rebuild it. Let's like construct this tool. But what I'm saying is, we have no evidence of any of this. Like, the actual conduit, the tool, the mechanism in which these stones were cut, there is no evidence for it. Maybe it exists. Maybe it's buried deep in the archives of the Vatican.
Right.
Maybe it was in the Library of Alexandria, and all that knowledge got burned down. We don't know.
You're right.
But we have no evidence of that. And Egyptologists are telling us they were built with bronze picks and saws, bronze tools.
See?
No, like, there's no way. A whole bunch of old white men went to Egypt like not that long ago and tried to do that. They tried to cut blocks with bronze tools. Exactly. And they used sand as the lubricant. And they were like, this is how they built them. And it took like a month to cut half a block.
Yeah. There's no way.
Not when you have millions of blocks.
No. And this is why you tune into Soldiers of Science after hours, dude, because there's no way your little brain can handle the deep truths.
Well, OG Perp, he can handle the truth.
Dude, I'm OG Perp, bro. Much love, one love, please. Like, just all the love to you and to the whole OG Perp family out there, man. Like, this is just a real pleasure, let me tell you. I know the last time you talked to us was at 2:10 a.m. It's 2:15 a.m. Been about 5 solid minutes. So let me just repeat this to you, OG Perp fam. Look, we love the interaction. We love the engagement. This is fun for us. Me and the homie Flex, your boy Tony D. We fire this thing up, every now and then, just for fun. And this is really cool to be able to interact with somebody like yourself. So, hey, keep it up, bro. Hey, yeah, it's good to have engagement, man. Even if it's just one other person, like, this is cool, man. Like, honestly, dude, I don't take any individual person for granted, man. Nobody. Like, every single individual human being, every single individual interaction on the internet, this is humans behind this, man. This is real life. So it's just love, man. Like, appreciate your engagement, appreciate everybody on this. We just chilling, bro. Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. He or she, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's all love.
Your profile pic's a little bit, a little bit.
He, she, they, baby. It's all good, man. Anything, it's all good. Whatever your pronouns is, that's what we respect. One love. That's it.
All right, I hate to do this because we're in the midst of it, but I gotta go. I got a car service in the morning. It's like 2:15 a.m. PST.
No, it's all love, bro.
We coming live from Cali right now, and unfortunately, I gotta call it a quits. But Tony, you can keep on going. You can take them home.
No, we gotta kill it, baby. You know what I mean? We gotta kill it.
He with 2 biddies right now. Okay, well, you enjoy yourself. Then.
Yes,
like please and thank you. Like please enjoy yourself with that going on right now. Like for real.
Yes.
There's nothing negative I can say about that.
Nah, we're gonna end it on that. We're gonna end it on that, bro. Dude, Flex. I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro.
I appreciate it.
Everybody be safe out there, all right?
All right, OG Perp, I'm going to see you.
Yeah.
Next time we go live.
Much love to everybody out there, man. Take care, y'all. Listen, stay up, all right? We love you. Peace. Stay cool.
Peace on out.